Hey you guys, I'm back and I've been receiving questions, so I'm just gonna start answering them as I receive them, so that way I keep up with them. But the first question that I received was, what are my tips into getting to Spelman? And honestly, it's they say it's pretty hard to get into Spelman, but honestly, what I did, I made sure that I had enough community service hours and that I volunteered and gave back to my community. That they love service here at Spelman. Actually, your freshman year, you have to complete, I think, 8 hours your second semester at Spelman. So yeah, you make sure that you volunteer. Also, make sure that you maintain like at least a 3.5 grade point average. I think they accept like 3.0s, but if you have a 3.5 or higher, I know that you have a great chance of getting into Spelman. And being top, if you're at the top of your class, even greater. Like I graduated at the top of my class. I was number 1. I had a 4.0 GPA, and I also had never missed a day of school. I had perfect attendance throughout high school, and I had a lot of community service because I was in National Honor Society, and they require community service anyway. So that actually helped me a lot. So if you're in these extracurricular activities at school, you should definitely stay in them and volunteer, because it'll really help you in the long run when you're filling out your application. They ask you what leadership activities have you taken and what have you like did to get back to your community, and it's like a lot of questions that they ask you pertaining to your leadership, stuff like that. So make sure that you get like leadership roles at your school and that you give back. Pretty much that's how you get into Spelman. It's probably more components that factor into it, but for me personally, that's pretty much what I did, and that's pretty much how I feel like they looked at me and decided that I would be a good candidate to come here. So yeah, just pretty much just give back and make sure you stay on top of your grades. Okay, this question was about my classes. So pretty much it's about 3 classes that every freshman has to take, and their freshman year, and it's called African Diaspora and World, short for okay, so this question about my personal classes. So here at Spelman, there's about 3 classes that every freshman has to take their first year. The first one is African Diaspora and World. It has a lab also, and we usually call it ADW, an ADW lab. And then there's first year colloquia, which is something new that they added this year. And it's pretty much, well, there's different class you could choose from, but I chose one that was entitled Welcome to the East Suites. And pretty much in my class we read court cases, and then we decide whether or not that the court ruled the right ruling, and most of the time they don't. So then we write like a statement or something, or any type of, like, we can do art, PowerPoint, singing, poetry, anything, and then we can just voice our opinion on their decision. And I like that class a lot. It's only 1 credit hour, but it's really fun, and you like really get to see everyone's creativity. Like I did a poster, and I also wrote like a statement, and other people, they did like spoken word, and it was like really beautiful. And that class, like I really recommend that class, and I think it was called Welcome to the East Suites. So also there's another class, and it's like first year experience. And pretty much what we do in my first year experience class, I'm not sure about everyone else's, we like watch videos. They just talk about like basic things the college student need to know, pretty much. And you just take notes on it, and we haven't really did much so far, so I don't really have a lot to say about it. So okay, what else? Oh, and then you have to take placement tests. You have to take a math placement test and a Spanish placement test, and they're depending on what you place in your major, that'll tell you how far you need to go. So each major has like a certain limit to how many classes you take in that particular subject. I placed in for math in like 115, and I'm not sure what. I think I need like maybe calculus for my particular major, which is health sciences. I'm not sure exactly, and I'm basically like I'm in pre-calculus 1 pretty much. So for Spanish or any other language you decide to take, you have to take a placement test for that too, and they require up to like, I'm not sure, I forgot, it's like 202 maybe for Spanish or any other foreign language. You have to have foreign language here at Spelman, whether you're starting new or continuing based on what major you're in. So for some people, they actually place out of Spanish, and they have to take if you place out of Spanish, you have to take an oral test with someone. But some people place like right in the Spanish they need, so they're like one and done. But me, I have to like work my way up into it because I place kind of low on my Spanish test. So yeah, it just depends on how good you are at whatever language. And then let's see what else. English, everyone has to take English. My English class, I really like it. Teacher's really fun. I'm not sure what else. Oh, you have to take a gym class. I'm in walking and jogging, but it's actually really not walking and jogging, but you guys will figure that out when you get here. There's a lot to choose from, like I said in the previous video. And I think that's it. I'm probably missing something, but most of my classes are pretty much, you have to read the syllabus and you'll be fine. And you have to make sure that you talk to the teacher and actually realize what they actually want, because sometimes it's not really clear, so you have to make sure you email and go to office hours. Okay, future Spelman guys, I really recommend that you guys go to the writing center. They basically help you with every writing skill that you have. They look over it, check your organization, make sure these statements are strong, everything else. You must go here and get here if you want to get help with your essays. It's great. Okay, another thing you have to be aware of here is that like some classes run on a 7-point scale, meaning that instead of like having like a 90 through a 100 be an A, a 93 through a 100 would be an A, and so forth like that. So it'd be like 77 points is a different grade. So you guys gotta be aware of that. Make sure you read the syllabus to find out what kind of point scale they're on, because you never know. Like you might think you have like a 92 and you're good, you got an A, but no, in some class that's not gonna fly. You have to have at least a 93 to get an A. So keep that in mind too when you come here, to make sure you know what grading scale teacher follows. Okay, so I don't really have anything else to talk about. So if you have any questions, just comment below or email me at ravenwood100@gmail.com.